Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be cheating and karma. You reap what you sow, choose wisely. Well, this is, it's Friday. I read this email. It's actually a series. This guy sent me like three. He sent me an email and he sent like two updates since then. And when I get into when I read through his email, it's like I couldn't help but laugh because this guy was dating his girlfriend, if you will, and he cheated on her not just once or twice, but like 8 times. And then she dumped him, and so they actually lived together, and I guess they had two roommates. And so he says initially when he got dumped, he started chasing her and acting crazy. And obviously that didn't go over too well. And on top of that, she started bringing other guys back to the house and sleeping with them. And so the walls, I guess, are kind of paper thin. And so he hears everything. And on top of that, they're still kind of friends with benefits and hooking up. But he wants her all to himself. And he doesn't want her sleeping with anybody else, even though I guess they're both sleeping with other people in the house. And I mean, if you cheated on your girlfriend 8 times, you're not going to be faithful to her. It's like, I don't give a damn what you say. That's just who you are. And as Maya Angelou said, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time. So it's Friday. I thought, you know what, this kind of should give you an email to kind of chuckle at. I read through this like kind of thing you hear about in Jerry Springer, who just passed away a few months back. I think about six months ago, I think it was. He was one of the original guys that brought these kinds of situations. And then you got Morton Downey Jr. in the 80s, and they'd have people on, and chairs would be flying. That's how Geraldo Rivera got his nose broken. There was a fight that broke out on one of his TV shows because they get these contentious groups of people together. Sometimes people are sleeping with each other, or they got a couple on the show, and they do DNA tests on the kids, and they find out half the kids aren't the guys, and the kids end up being like his best friend or his brother or his business partner or some other crazy stories. And then once the information is revealed to people, they go nuts and fists start flying. And it's good entertainment. It's entertaining. It's fun to watch. It's crazy. But like I said, when I read this email, and that's what I thought of. I thought of Jerry Springer. I thought of Morton Downey Jr. I thought of Geraldo Rivera, getting a chair thrown in his direction and broke his nose. I remember that was very famous when that happened in the 80s, by the way. And you can watch that on YouTube in all of its glory. Just look at Geraldo Rivera getting his nose broken on his TV show. So that's not going to happen here. It's just a messy situation from, like I said, you can't outrun karma. You can't cheat on your girlfriend 8 times, get dumped, and then expect that she's going to, number one, be loyal and faithful to you, and number two, be respectful, because you'll see in a second, it's like, whew, this is a doozy. So I thought I'd share it because it's Friday. Maybe we all deserve a good laugh. So he says, "Hey, Corey, I've only been watching your videos for about 3 weeks, and I just got your book. Me and my ex broke up because I cheated on her 8 times. 8 times? Why not like 10? You could have gotten into double digits, or you were almost there. When we broke up, I chased her and acted crazy because we still lived together with 2 roommates, and she was bringing guys over and flirting with them and talking about having sex with them in front of me. I mean, it's obvious she's probably doing it in your face, but also she doesn't really care, because if you cheated on her 8 times, the first time you got caught, it's like, you didn't care. You didn't care the second time. You didn't care the third. You didn't care the 4th time. You didn't care the 6th time. It's like, come on, man. My opinion is guys that live like this should just never get serious with anybody, because they're just not going to be loyal and faithful. At least, definitely with this girl, he doesn't want to be loyal and faithful to her, but rejection breeds obsession. He didn't care about her until all of a sudden now she's bringing dudes home to the same house that they live in together and sleeping with them. He says, throughout this time of being broken up, we've had sex probably 8 times, but she doesn't want to get back together with me and is talking to at least 10 other guys and has sex with 2 or 3 of them. Well, 2 or 3 that you know of. She may be sleeping with all of them. Now she's moved out and into her mom's place for a little non-related reasons to me, and I have not been contacting her at all unless she contacts me first. Well, I mean, you never try to keep somebody who doesn't want to keep you, and quite frankly, you weren't trying to keep her either if you cheated on her 8 times. He says, I told my ex that I didn't want to be just friends and wanted more, and my ex keeps calling me at least 3 to 4 times a week, and normally late at night, like 9 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning. Well, that's fun. And I follow the instructions to keep the call short and ask her to meet up. I mean, 3 in the morning, it's like, I'm sleeping. I'm not answering the phone for nobody. I don't care how good this sex is. If I'm tired, babe, I'll see you in the morning. The first time I said to come over around 9 after I get out of the gym. She said no, but she showed up out of nowhere and we hung out. We made out. And she was asking who I've been hanging out with. Well, I'm hanging out with you, cutie. And was getting upset, so I told her no one, and then she was happy. Then she called me at 3 in the morning on a weekend, and I said, want to come over? And she said no. She doesn't want to have sex. And I said, how about Sunday at 7 p.m.? I'll make dinner. And she said she'll call me in the morning to let me know her plans, and she never called. So typically, if you're following what's in 7 Principles Get an Ex Back, if they reach out 2 times in a row and you ask them to come over both times, you don't bring up getting together until they do. He says, then 3 days later, she shows up in my bedroom at 10:30 and wants to talk to me. We have sex, and then she tells me about another guy she's going to bring to the house. You guys are like pals. I mean, it's like a couple of dudes. Oh, who'd you hook up with? Oh, who'd you hook up with this weekend? Oh, yeah, I banged that girl. Oh, yeah, you banged that dude? Oh. You could compare stories. She's like, I got a train run on me, and there was 10 men in the room. Probably stacking a dozen bodies a week. And other guys she's going on dates with, and I just shrug it off, and she kisses me goodbye, then leaves. And I'm wondering if I should continue to ask her to meet up when she calls or not, because in the book it says after she rejects 2 hangouts, you shouldn't ask her to hang out any longer, and how to even play this situation. Well, I mean, she is coming over, but you got to think of it as like tennis, and you definitely need to read the book, which will help you. But it's like if she reaches out, you assume she wants to see you, you make a date, hang out, have fun, hook up. I mean, obviously, you don't care about loyalty, monogamy, exclusivity. And I don't want to hear like, oh, yeah, I do. Couldn't. No, you cheated on your girlfriend 8 times, dude. It's like you don't value it at all. You're more of a friends with benefits, kind of like a just a dude that is marching to the beat of his own drum. He's not going to settle down with anybody. Because if you just don't value loyalty and monogamy, it's like you'll lie. You'll say, yeah, we're exclusive. But, you know, when an opportunity arises, you'll just cheat on somebody else. So this was the first update after this that he sent in. He says, the night after me and her had sex, she went on a first date with a guy and brought him home, obviously back to the place where they lived, and had sex with him. And I couldn't sleep for hours on hours out of anger because I could hear the whole thing. You reap what you sow, man. You did it to yourself. This is the bed you made. Congratulations. Enjoy sleeping in it. He left early in the morning, so I asked if she had a guy over, and she said yes. Then I said, did you have sex? And she said no. She's a liar. You're a liar. You're both cheaters. It's like you guys deserve each other. You just shouldn't be delusional to think that either one of you are going to be exclusive. And I would practice safe sex because it's obvious that you're not the first guy with her. And she obviously wasn't the first, and it's definitely not going to be the last girl that you hook up with. This guy's a Latino, so Latino men have been known for having mistresses. It's just kind of part of the culture. And I said, what did you do? And she said, oh, we didn't go all the way. That's all I'm telling you. Get out of my room. I'm sorry. I got to do this in the girl voice. I said, what did you do? And she said, we didn't go all the way. That's all I'm telling you. Get out of my room so I can sleep. Then I said, okay, goodbye. I went to work. I know it was a mistake asking her, but I didn't start an argument or anything. You're not going to be loyal to her. She's not going to be loyal to you. This is just a friends with benefits. She can do whatever she wants just like you can. And quite frankly, that's kind of the best arrangement for your situation. It's kind of delusional for either one of you two clowns to think that you're going to be loyal, exclusive, and monogamous with each other. He says, I kind of played it off cool, but I still asked about what she did. Well, she lied to you, so hey, like attracts like. I mean, that's just a universal principle. Water seeks its own level. You attract how you act. If you want to be a loyal, faithful, and exclusive dude, you got to behave that way. And you're cheating on her 8 times, like, nah. Nope, you're not going to be loyal and faithful to anybody. I wouldn't trust this dude as far as I could throw him. But I'm sure he'd be funny and have some funny stories. Probably a cool dude to hang out with, but he's just not loyal. And if you leave him alone with your girlfriend or your wife, he's going to be trying to slide in there because it won't matter. He says at this point, I don't know if it's even worth speaking to her or living with her anymore. Dude, just think of it. She's just one of the girls in your rotation. She's one of the girls on your practice squad and vice versa. You're one of the dudes in her Rolodex. So don't get it twisted. Don't be thinking that it's possible for the two of you to be loyal and faithful. It's just hang out, have fun, and hook up when the opportunity arises. And other than that, keep dating and hooking up with other women. I mean, at least this way, the two of you don't have to live a lie anymore where you're trying to be faithful to one another. This way, it's like she knows where you're at. You know where she's at. She's bringing home dudes and banging them in the bedroom next door, and you're hearing all the noises, and then she lies to your face and says, oh, we didn't go all the way. You're like, I heard all the noises. Come on. So he says, oh, we got one last update here. He says, I decided to just tell her if she doesn't want to be exclusive, I don't want to speak to her, and if she changes her mind to let me know. Yeah, that's stupid, dude. That's just delusional thinking. If I was her, I wouldn't be exclusive with you. It's like, what have you ever done to demonstrate that you're a loyal man? You're just not. It doesn't mean anything to you. That's a fact. I know you don't like it. I'm sure deep down you're like, oh, I want to be loyal and faithful. It's like, but we look at your actions. Actions tell us everything about character, and character is destiny. And so, in my opinion, I wouldn't have told her that you're living in the same house, and so you're saying I don't want to speak to you anymore. What's going to happen? She's going to probably troll you even worse. She's going to probably bring even more dudes over there, especially guys that are really loud in the bedroom so you can really hear what's going on. I don't want to speak to you. And she's going to bring other guys back to your house. It's like, I wouldn't have done that. I would just left it as, open relationship. That's basically what it is. You're in an open relationship. She's just one of your sexual partners. She's one of your friends with benefits. This is who you are. This is who she is. So it's like, why pretend? Why try to be something that you're not? Embrace who you are and keep your rotation going. Just like the practice squad on any NFL team is always churning their roster, you're going to be doing the same. She's just one of the girls on your practice squad. So keep hanging out, having fun, and hooking up with other girls. And my advice to you is not to be exclusive, because if you're not loyal to anybody, you're going to constantly attract into your life other women who are also not loyal to anybody. Y'all belong to the streets, but I'm sure, it's pretty funny. You probably got lots of funny stories, probably a cool dude to hang out with and laugh with, but this guy's not going to be loyal to anybody. So I hope you enjoyed our little Jerry Springer moment and Morton Downey Jr. May they both rest in peace. And if you've got a question or a challenge and you would like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.